So I have a little bit of a story to tell, and it's an interesting story. It's certainly not my favorite experience in my life, but as everybody knows, I work in the hunting industry. I own huntinglife.com, and I get to review products on a pretty regular basis. And a couple of the products that I get to review, axes are one. This is an amazing felling axe from a company called Holtzbrook out of Sweden. And another great product that I get to review on a pretty regular basis is products like medical kits. And I had searched basically all over the internet for the best personal first aid kit you could find. And honestly, I now know truly that I have found it. So 2 weeks ago, I got a couple of brand new aspen trees to plant out in my backyard, and dug the holes and got them planted in. And I needed to pound in a couple of stakes so that the wind wouldn't knock the tree over. And I grabbed a brick off the ground, pounded in the stake a little bit. The brick broke. I said, well, I'll fix that. I'll come up. And I walked into my office, and lo and behold, sitting right on my bench was this amazing felling axe. And it's got a nice back top on it. So I began to kind of pound in the stake. And as I did, things were going smoothly for a minute. And then I missed the stake. The axe spun around and came directly into my leg. At which time, I felt it. It's an incredibly sharp axe because it cut straight through my skin to my bone. And I immediately reached down, grabbed it, said, oh no. And my wife was right there. And I said, Margie, I need the first aid kit. And she ran up and grabbed it. She had it in the car. We had actually had a discussion about a first aid kit in the car, and I wanted a really good one. And so I had bought 2 of these first aid kits so that we had one in the vehicle. We had a separate first aid kit for in the house. But she immediately knew where the one was in the car. And so she went and grabbed it. That's this exact first aid kit I'm going to go through here in a minute. And she came to me. I was holding the wound closed at this point, kind of laid down in the grass, broke open the kit, and I was able to grab a couple of Z-zips, which are suture devices that you can place on both sides of the wound and then zip the wound closed. Able to wrap it in a quick clot bandage, wrap it again in a trauma bandage, and I was able to get up and walk my way to the vehicle so we could go to the emergency room. Could I have called 911? Absolutely. That was certainly an option. But I wasn't seeing a tremendous amount of blood come out of my leg. And so I knew I had time. I knew that the work that I did with the first aid kit was more than enough to stop the bleeding. And the hospital is only a couple miles away from our house. So we were able to drive calmly, get there, and immediately go in. We were seen very quickly. They sutured it up with 12 staples. I have pulled out all but 4. I actually have a staple removal device from a past injury, and was able to take them out myself, and so I don't need to go back to the doctor. It is healing up fantastically. It's been 15 days today, and everything is going smoothly. What I want to cover, besides the amazing sharpness of the Holtzbrook axe, this is not a tool you use to pound in stakes, and that was incredibly dumb on my thing. If I had, looking back, hindsight, if I had just kept the leather sheath on it, probably would have been just fine. But that being said, you learn lessons in life sometimes by doing stupid things. And this was one of my, stupider moments of just didn't think of safety. And I earned my way into the club. I'll have a really nice scar and a great bar story to tell afterwards. But the great news is I had a great first aid kit. And honestly, that first aid kit helped me to save my own life. And that is the importance of having a first aid kit. If I had been in the backcountry, if I had been out on the ranch, I would have been 20, 30, 50 miles from the local hospital. And that kind of knowledge about having a first aid kit, knowing what is in your first aid kit, is incredibly important. And so, I cannot speak highly enough about the great first aid kits from MYFAK. We actually have worked with them to get a discount coupon code for all of our users. It's Hunting Life 15, and you can use that to get 15% off of anything at MYFAK. The only time that that doesn't work is during their summer sale, and their summer sale you get 20% off, so you don't need to use our promo code. I cannot recommend this first aid kit enough, and I'm actually going to go through the entire first aid kit in a separate video, and I'll link to it directly below, so that you can see exactly what is in this first aid kit, and also the MYFAK. This is the MYFAK, and then the MYFAK Pro, and I actually carry a MYFAK Mini in my pack when I'm actually out hunting. And I've added a couple of things to this kit that's personal to me, but for the most part, this is the original kit, and we'll go through the entire thing for you, like I said, in a separate video down below. This is the kind of a kit that you want at all times. It has everything in it, from a tourniquet to a trauma bandage to the Z-Zips, which you can close an incredible suture wound. There really isn't very much in this kit that you don't need, and it has all of the things that you do need. So I can speak from personal experience. I have the really nice gash on my leg to prove it. The system works, and it is very easy to open up and get into the kit so that you know exactly what you need to pull out, and you have a wide variety of things in there. And if you utilize something like we utilized the Z-Zips, it was very easy to go back and order a new Z-Zip package and a new package of Quick Clot bandage and have it shipped right back out, restock the kit so it's ready for the next emergency. And the right hope is that you never need a first aid kit. My wife said, we have a small little first aid kit in the car. Why would we need this big one? Well, you just never know. And having it available in your car, I recommend having one in your house as well. And so having that available in your vehicle when you're out and around is incredibly important. So check out the great products at MYFAK. MyMedic.com. Utilize our promo code HuntingLife15. I think you'll be incredibly impressed. I'm going to pull out the rest of my staples tonight, and we'll continue to heal up. It's been a long 15 days. It has been painful. I won't kid you. It's, like I said, it was a very big injury. I'm incredibly lucky across the board, but for the most part, I'm incredibly happy that we had a quality first aid kit to use, and I can't thank the MyMedic team enough. They did a great job in putting this kit together and building a kit that absolutely can help you save your life. So across the board, like I said, down below will be the video. Check it out, and when you're out there, folks, be safe. You never know when something bad's going to happen. I had no idea that, that day, everything was going to change. We had plans to go get tacos, and it changed our entire evening very, very quickly. Big props to the emergency room doctor. He was a hunter, and it was great to have a great conversation with him. But, you know, did I really want to be there and see him that day? No. But I'm glad he was there. I'm glad I had a great medikit. He was incredibly impressed with the kit that we had. And I'm incredibly impressed with what's in there. And I think you will be too. So it's worth the investment for yourself and for your family.